All right, we're back for another episode of the Daily Digital Drop. This is Daily Digital Drop number 2, and today we're going to talk about Google reviews and all of that craziness. And we're also going to talk about domains and why you need to own them and why you need to retain control of them, no matter what your agency says, no matter what what agency you're using. So, first things first, if you are not watching this live, or if you are watching this live, please comment domains in the comments below. It helps the algorithm, helps more people see this. And we're going to dive right into it, okay? So first things first, I'm actually going to show you here. So one of the things that I'm doing with this is I'm basically going to document everything that we talk about. I'm going to put this in a public Notion website here, and you will be able to go back and reference this at any time. So if you're wondering how to get that, I've got the link in the bottom of this live stream. I've also got it over here on our website. You can go to resources, daily digital drop. You can click in here. You're going to come to this page. We're just finishing it up. A couple of glitches on it right now, but you can enter your email. And so I'll just show you here. And you can hit subscribe there, and it's basically going to, might be glitching out right now, but basically it's going to shoot you over to that Notion site. Yeah, right there. Perfect. So that is how you'll be able to follow along. And I've just made some notes before we jump on, and I'll update it with anything that we talk about after if need be. But we're going to talk about the update on the Google reviews missing. That is pretty big deal, a very big deal for a lot of people, and a really scary thing for a lot of people. And I've got a couple notes here. One is from Search Engine Roundtable, and they basically run through a few different things here, and they link to a ton of different forum complaint threads. But then we've also got this Google Business Profile Help community where Victoria, who is a verified Google employee and poster, she says, we are aware of an issue affecting some Google business profiles, causing some profiles to show lower than actual review counts due to a display issue. The reviews themselves have not actually been removed, and we've actually verified this. Clients have actually verified this. I've been chatting with people on YouTube because I did a video, and like a ton of people, I think there's like 54 comments on there from Sri Lanka, India, Germany, all over the world, obviously the States and Canada. People are seeing this all over the world, and it's pretty bonkers. So we appreciate the patience, and we'll share updates on this thread as they become available. Before reporting them, missing reviews, please note there are several reasons why they might be removed, usually for policy violations like spam and inappropriate content. Well, we know, and most of you do, if you've bought reviews, then shame on you. You kind of deserve what you had coming. But most of the people who are missing reviews did not do that. Most of them worked their rear ends off to get, legit actual reviews. And so that's super concerning, super disappointing, super scary, to be honest. A lot of times you will find, if you count them, that the reviews are still there. If you have lost reviews, I know I've chatted with a few people. Some people are taking screenshots of those reviews. Like every time they come in, Google does send you a email. Just take a screenshot, maybe pop it in like a Google Drive folder or a folder on your phone, and then you will be able to go back through and audit, and you can use that to reinstate. If you haven't, I'll add this in the notes as well. But this article here, this blog post on our site, does give you the whole rundown on how you can go in. You can request a reinstatement. So if you have a review that a client has left that they've left, they've sent you a screenshot, or they told you that they left it but it's not coming through, you can do this process. If you know that some reviews are missing and you happen to know which ones they are, you can do this process. Even if you have one, I typically do it about once or twice a year, this process, whether I think I'm missing reviews or not. And I always get some reviews back. Some people have gotten up to 200 reviews back. I think the biggest number that I've seen someone having lost is around 250. So a pretty crazy, scary time. So that's the update there from Google. Now we're going to get into domains and why you must own your domain. I'm just going to pull this out here, and we'll just talk to Lewis here. But you must own your domain. If you do not, or if you do not have control of your domain, you need to have some knowledge of that. And I'm going to tell you a couple stories here. We had a fellow who came to us, and he said, I'd like you to build my site, and all of this is fine and dandy. And I said, all right, cool. Do you own your domain? No. He had basically worked with one of the big agencies that does really cheap sites, and they put you on a monthly retainer. and he went to ask for his domain back. He'd had his domain, I believe it was 5 years at this point. So there was some SEO value, there was some age in that domain, there was backlinks to that domain, and we obviously were going to use it for his new site. Turns out they told him, so he had bought the domain at the beginning. When he had jumped in with this agency, they had transferred the domain over into their account, their holding account for domains, to attach it to his website and everything. You don't have to do that, by the way. But anyway, they had done this. And when he went to get the domain back, to transfer it to us, give us access, they said he would have to pay $2,000 to get it back. That's crazy. That's bonkers. He had bought it for the $20 per year or whatever that it costs to get a domain, and he couldn't get it back. So we had to start with a new domain. There was nothing really that he could do, nothing that I knew how to do. If there is something that we can do in that situation, certainly let me know. But it was crazy. So basically, what happened next is we had to buy a new domain, start fresh, start backlinking, all of that. So make sure you own your domains. Another client bought a company from another contractor, and then the other contractor that he bought it from, they had a falling out, and he just completely cut them off. So he lost access to his domain, he lost access to his email, which was a branded email through Gmail. And he lost access to his website logins. He had nothing. He had bought the company. You would think he should have access to these things. He didn't. So he came to us after a year. His email finally stopped working. He was getting angry customers reaching out to him. It was crazy. And he said, hey, I'm ready to buy a new domain, set up a new email, have you guys build a new site. And I was like, no, this is crazy. I knew the guy, and I actually knew the contractor that he bought it from. And so I went to town. We were able to, in about a couple days of back and forth messages and basically just saying, hey, you can't do this, to the other guy. We got the domain and saved him thousands of dollars having to build a new domain, having to do all the SEO that was on that domain, those backlinks and everything. We were able to save it. It was very lucky that we were able to do that. But I think he'd been to at least one, if not two, other agencies before trying to get access to his domain. So I was lucky that I was in the right place at the right time. But there are people that I haven't been able to help, and it sucks. So make sure you own your domains, guys. I'm going to say the same for websites. If you don't have it somewhere in your closet, you own the domain or the website that someone's built for you. I use this analogy all the time. I'll probably have to find a better analogy. But if I'm a contractor, I come into your house and I build your bathroom, am I going to take your toilet when I leave? No, that would leave a hole in the floor and nowhere to relieve yourself. So it's the same with a website. If I'm going to build a website, host it for you, you might pay a monthly maintenance fee, but then you want to leave us and you lose your website. That's crazy. So make sure you own your domains. Make sure you own your websites. We've got a few people here. Appreciate it. Dropping the domains. Good evening, Dan. You've been really tuning in frequently. I appreciate it. Patrick says I had 175 reviews down to 146. That is blood, sweat, and tears, Patrick. That is super hard, super frustrating. I feel like I've said that a million times today and yesterday. Lots of comments on YouTube and on Facebook saying that it's very, very frustrating. And yeah, that's just the fact. I don't know if you've been able to count the actual reviews that are still there. Many people have been able to count them and see that they're still there. But yeah, Vancouver, Washington, see you at the top, man. That's where we're headed. Yeah, I think it's probably something to do with AI. I know they're laying off some staff, or I've heard talk of that anyway. I know there's an update here where they're trying to take out spammy reviews, but this is yeah, it's getting quite out of control. And yes, Dan, buying reviews, absolutely ridiculous. But it's tough because it means that basically the reviews that we get, if they come from a oh, hang around. I'll tell you one thing that can help you keep your reviews. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. But anyway, if a review comes from an account that's never left a review before, so Grammy Sasha is going to give you a review, and she just pulls up her Google account. She's never left a review. Things like that can make it look spammy. But if you get your clients, you take a picture of the job, you text it to your clients, and you get them to send that picture in or like attach that to the review, it can make it a lot stickier and make it more real. All right, guys, that's it for today. Have an awesome day. Appreciate you tuning in. Again, if you want the notes to what we're doing, it's right down there in the banner. Just go to our website and it'll be updated daily. when I do these lives. Talk soon.